Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball HTB. I'm here with a very special guest. Look, he needs no introduction. But for those of you who are new, you may not know him, obviously. But in saying that, before I get into it, I'll let him introduce yourself. So with it, you go, Warriors NRL Fanatics. Tell us what's up, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it's I'm Warriors NRL Fanatics. I run a YouTube channel, purely New Zealand Warriors content of NRL stuff as well. And look, keen to get into discussion with you tonight. Hold the ball on all things NRL and in New Zealand Warriors. Actually, talk about the preseason trial game on the weekend against Melbourne Storm. But yeah, let's keen to get into it. Stuck into it.
Awesome as dude. And again, for those of you who are there, this is a in-depth sort of analysis about the Warriors. First and foremost, we may dive into other teams and stuff depending on the Q&A, but again, a main focus on the NRL Warriors. So, without further ado, we'll get into it. But just quickly, I want to talk about my quick experience over the NRLSA. So, for those of you who are unaware, I live in South Australia, and I was privileged to actually be able to go to the event we had in Adelaide. I live 3 hours away from Adelaide, so had to drive there in the morning. As you guys know, in South Australia, it's obviously rugby league is not the big sport there. Obviously, it's footy, probably cricket, and then soccer. But to be there in an event where there was just a lot of fans, a lot of rugby league fans, coaches, players, volunteers, it was just such a very vibrant sort of an atmosphere to be in. And again, it's rugby league, right? So again, you don't lose out there. And I just loved it. I met some great people. Obviously, I got the privilege as well to be part of some of the teams there, particularly the Pacific Rugby League team as well, which they had there, the All-Stars team. And their coaches and players were just very nice and very warm and very hospitable to me. So again, thank you guys. But that experience was awesome. There was the Harmony Cup. And for those of you who are watching as well, please feel free to go and follow NRLSA on Instagram as well as Facebook. They keep up to date, as I will be also following them and their journey this year, giving you guys the updates on the scores, the tips and all that stuff there. I'm hoping to be able to work more deeply with more focus, so to speak, with NRLSA, focusing on what they're doing. But great props to them. I enjoyed it. Wonderful day for rugby league and just a warm, safe and cultural sort of an atmosphere there. It was it was brilliant. Rugby league, violence, skill, heartache, emotions, happiness, all that stuff there. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Without further ado, we'll get into that stuff. But I just want you guys know it was a good thing. So follow NRLSA on Facebook, Instagram as well. They'll keep you guys up to date. That's South Australian Rugby League. Thank you guys. Awesome as experience, but beautiful as. So I'm just going to quickly read a comment here. Jacko here. Hey, Jacko, how are you, man? All right. So thank you. Now we get into the next topic. We're just going to quickly talk about this one here. It's here. Fanatics. NRL Magic Round tickets are on sale.
Round.
Yes. All right. Yep. So I've actually booked my tickets. I'm going. I'm hoping to meet you there. Fanatics, please tell me, what are your thoughts about it? Are you excited? Are you going? Unload it. Let's go.
Oh, you got to say I'm absolutely keen. I'm definitely going for sure. Like, I went to the Magic Round last year. That was my first time I attended Magic Round at Suncorp Stadium. I've been to Suncorp Stadium before a couple of times, but nothing beats the experience of Magic Round, seeing all the NRL fans from different teams that support different teams. And, being there live and watching the footy, it's just a great experience. And I'm looking forward to NRL Magic Round. It should be a great weekend of footy coming up. And, I'll definitely be getting my tickets for sure. I can't wait. Absolutely. Can't wait for it.
Awesome. I'll actually be seeing you there as well, Fanatics. So get ready for some more vlogs, videos, and good times ahead. So looking forward to seeing you, man, over there. And for those of you who can come and make it, let us know. It'll be great to see you guys there for sure. 110%. Cannot wait. But those tickets are on sale now. Feel free to buy them. But I'll be there. Fanatics will be there. Whole other heap of content creators will be there. Mixing it up, having a yarn. But the most important thing, though, what's the most important thing to you, Fanatics, about the Magic Round this year? Any year, should I say? What's the most important thing to you?
Well, besides watching the team play on the field and footy and watching the Warriors, and besides that, it's getting a chance to like meet and interact with all the other NRL fans out there. So yeah, I got a chance to meet a few NRL fans last year. The likes of Nick from Australia. That was my first time I've ever met him. I met Ian Tainus as well. A few others I met as well, and Trev from Shut the Gates as well, another YouTuber as well. So I met quite a few people last year, and also shout out to Ruin Ham. I met them as well at the Magic Round last year at the meet and greet there at one of the bars there, not far from the stadium. So yeah, it's one of those great rounds. You get to interact with every other fan out there watching the games, and yeah, it's just great experience to go and witness NRL Magic Round for those who are lucky to go to Magic Round actually. So yeah, it's great. It's great footy, and it's a festival carnival. I got to say, it's a festival carnival of food. Lots of fans around, and it's just a great, personally.
Yeah, look, I agree with those comments there, and look, I'll just quickly read Jackers before I give my answer. Too risky to go from New Zealand as don't want to get stuck in Aussie, but went to first Magic Round. It was great. Oh, that's good to know. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll be going to my first one this year, and I am absolutely looking forward to it. I think that's probably an understatement. For me, the most important thing, bar what you said was great, and I agree with it. But you know what the most important thing is to me, Fanatics?
Yep.
The Warriors winning. End of story. That to me will make my trip. If they lose, I'm going to be sour grapes. I'm going to ask for a refund. I'm going to. But look, that to me, look, all jokes aside, what you said was that's the answer. But Warriors winning, it just has to happen. We play the Rabbitohs there. I'm looking forward to it. I want us to beat Latrell Mitchell and his team. I want us to be dominant there and absolutely just kick their butt. So looking forward to it. But I'm saying that yes, buy your tickets. Hope to see you guys there for sure. All right, awesome. So we're done with that now. Now, what we're going to be doing now, as I said before, it's going to be a more in-depth analysis on the Warriors game. We're going to be analyzing some players individually and giving our thoughts on them. So here we are with the Warriors and Storm preseason. We're going to be sort of going through things. So and saying that, we'll get into it. So first things first, the new recruits, right? There were a few players who actually donned on that famous Warriors jersey in the trial. Granted, it's obviously not an actual game, but still doesn't matter. We got to see them play. Some may have played for long, some didn't, but that's all right. That's why business trials, obviously, it's all about chemistry, mix matching, and all that stuff there. But in saying that, Fanatics, what I'm going to be doing is going through player by player, and you please give me your thoughts as well, and I'll chime in every now and then. But our first player we want to talk about who wore the jersey for us for the first time was Aaron Penne. So do you want to go over this, man?
Yeah, so Aaron Penne, he made 13 tackles, 2 missed tackles, and 0 errors for Aaron Penne. So, yeah, that an interesting showing by Aaron Penne on the weekend against the Melbourne Storm in that trial game.
Yep. Yeah, look, I'll just add to that as well. Look, Aaron Penne, as you guys can see here on the board, I've made sure to add their stats as well, so to add more context so you guys understand what we're talking about. Aaron Penne had 13 tackles, 2 misses, 0 errors. Look, I think he laid the platform earlier on when he played. Granted, again, with these sort of things, you're never guaranteed actual, any significant sort of minutes to really try and hone your sort of game. But in saying that, he did to a degree. But 13 tackles, 2 missed tackles, 0 errors, and like I said, was there early. And for me personally, I sort of I didn't mind what he did. I thought it was good, and I think what you said there, Fanatics, was well said. Another player we'll go into was Junior Ratova. Did you want to sort of give us your take on Junior Ratova with the stats as well?
Yeah, so Junior Ratova, 1 try, 95 run meters, 1 tackle break, 2 line breaks, 4 tackles, and 0 missed tackles with 2 errors. So, look, I think Junior Ratova coming off the bench, played a few minutes. I think he played all right, actually. I think he was pretty solid. He did not too bad in his first couple of minutes. Like, for his first game in Warriors colours, I thought he was not too bad. And, yeah, he scored a try as well, so that's always good even though it's in preseason. But yeah, it was rock solid. He did an all right job for only a few minutes played in the game.
Yeah, I guess for myself, I've never really had the chance to watch Rotuva play. Obviously, you hear about the build that he has. I think he's about 196 centimeters. I believe he's over 100 kg, so he's not a small guy by any means. Probably just like a typical strong, big Fijian winger. But being able to sort of see him play, I'm actually very much in awe of the way he plays. He has a very fast sort of a attribute to him. Good hands too, should I say. But yeah, as you mentioned, one try as well, and that was a really terrific try he scored. 95 run meters, one tackle break. You can't go wrong there. And with 4 tackles too, sometimes for a winger, making your tackles, even if they don't come your way, much important as scoring them, to be quite honest. So yeah, I was actually very pleased with him. It's good to see him play. Granted, I do hope that Rotuva does get to play more games for us in the future. But do you think he did enough to maybe warrant a selection into round 1? I know it's just the first week. There's obviously week 2 to go for the trials against the Titans. But do you believe he did enough somewhat? What are your thoughts there?
Well, I want to address this. I said in my video today, I did a video and I did it called 5 things learned from the preseason trial against the Melbourne Storm. And I jotted down a few young players and I said, look, if Junior Rotuva, if there's an injury or suspension, some of those young players like Corey, Junior Rotuva, Garrett Smith, there's quite a few others that I think I can mention, like the Keppel Twins as well. So, I think Junior Rotuva, look, I don't know if he'll be selected round 1. Personally, I don't think he'll be selected round 1, to be quite honest. I think he's more of a player that will come in if there's any injuries or suspensions. So that's what I believe personally. But if he plays well at Redcliffe, or for Twins, I think maybe, if someone doesn't play well in first grade, maybe he's a chance. But for being honest, I think, I don't think he'll be starting round 1 personally.
Yeah. Okay. Now, look, that's a fair point, and I guess you're right there, especially if you talk about the depth that we have, and I do see him as a good cover for sure. All right, we're going to go over to the Keppel Twins, and the first twin I want to go to is Kina Keppel. Did you just want to give us a bit of a recap, if you can, about the way he played?
So 32 run meters, 13 post-contact meters, 7 tackles, 2 misses, and 1-on-V1 tackles 1, and 0 errors made. So, yeah, look, to be quite honest, I think Kino Kepu, I didn't see too much in him. His stats read all right, but I didn't really see too much in him. But it is his first game. To be honest, it is his first game, and if you get not many minutes, you're not playing for many minutes, it's really hard to judge on a player that's not played too many minutes. So, yeah, look, he's got a big future. He's got a big future, no doubt about it, and I think we may see him in first grade this year. I did mention in my go back before. I did mention in my video that today that I think the Keppel Twins may get a debut sometime this season. Actually, I think they might get a debut, so maybe keep an eye out for them there. They may get a spot somewhere in their 17 if injuries or suspensions do occur. But Kina Keppel, yeah, he's a young player, and he's got potential for sure.
Yeah, look, I agree. Yeah, look, I think collectively both the Keppel Twins now, as I sort of graze onto here with Bessie Keppel, with 38 run meters, 20 plus 20 post-contact meter, 4 tackles, 0 misses, 2 1-on-1 tackles as well, 0 errors. I think both those twins are probably, again, just the victim of that NRL trial, you know what I mean? The chemistry, probably in and out per se. I don't think they played long minutes as well. So we sort of got, again, a small sort of sample size for what they can produce. And what you said, Fanatics, was spot on. They're young, but they're going to grow, and they're going to be huge catalysts for us in the future. You can't go wrong with one Keppel player, and then you have 2 of them, the twins. So again, looking forward to the Keppel bros, as I'm going to call them. But yeah, look, they didn't shine too much. That's not to discredit them there. I just believe, again, Nathan Brown was just a lot of players just wanting him to play. So you just got to do what you got to do in that situation. But in saying that there were some good signs there, here and there. I mean, you can't go wrong, for example, 4 tackles, 0 misses in a small sample size, but that is there for them. So now we go into this player here, the infamous Adam Cook, who made that famous 140-20, right? That 40-20 kick. Do you just want to round us? Do you just want to give us a bit of a summary, man, about Adam Cook and go into it, bro?
Yeah, so Adam Kim had 28 runs, 2 line breaks, 1 line break assist, 17 tackles, which is not too bad. 3 misses, 1 40-20. So that's a big stat there. 1 40-20 and 1 error. So yeah, very interesting stats here for Adam Cook. Actually, to be honest, I thought, like, when I did my review video or my player ratings, I probably was a little bit harsh on him. I must admit, I didn't think he did that much, but I didn't read too much into the stats here. So my apologies to Adam Cook there, actually. I think, look, like he did better than what I thought he did, actually. So my apologies to Adam Cook. He actually had a pretty decent game there in terms of those stats. So 140-20, I didn't even know he kicked the 40-20. I didn't even realize he kicked one. I thought it was Chanel Harris-Tavita there, but it was Adam Cook who kicked 40-20, so that's very interesting. But he was pretty solid there. So got to say, he was solid, did a solid job. And where's the backup hooker? Probably not. I think Otakolo will get that role. But solid showing there by Adam Cook, and he's only young too, so I think he's on a development contract, believe it or not. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, solid showing there for Adam Cook.
Well, bro, if his 40-20 can keep developing, I'm keen as to have him on the team full time for sure. Look, I just want to sort of go off what you're saying there. And another thing about these players too, something we'll mention, they come from Queensland, a lot of these boys. So you got to remember, man, these boys are not only just fighting to play on the field, but they're fighting to actually get contracts. They're fighting for that, that bigger sort of reason for themselves, for their family. So this is a lot hanging on the line here. And when you have your players like your Adam Cooks with the 17 tackles, 3, the 140-20, the 28 run meters, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break assists, when you sort of get those stats, it shows to you a player who was hungry. And look, again, I know, disclaimer, it is a trial. Yes, I understand that. Of course, I'm not going to parade him around, but you've got to realize and respect that sort of play and that sort of willingness to go the extra mile. And to be fair, when you had that 40-20, that really put us on the front foot, right? That actually led to a try, if I believe. So again, just for Adam Cook to just show those signs was a positive thing. I have big raps for him. And to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if I see him more at the Warriors. Superb outing for him. And like you said, Fanatics, you probably couldn't be you probably wouldn't be picked wrong, if you were to probably suggest or say he didn't have a good game. But it's one of those things where you just got to look closely at his stats anyway. I think they speak for themselves. So in saying that, well done, Adam Cook. Great player for sure. Another player we'll go into is Pride Peterson Ropati. Fanatics, do you want to spin us off, man?
Yeah, so 58 run meters for Pride Peterson Ropati. 18 tackles, 2 misses, 1v1 tackle, and 2 errors for Pride Peterson Ropati. So I personally think for Pride Peterson Ropati, I would say based on those stats, that looked okay in some parts, but did he show enough? I got to say, in my opinion, maybe some people won't disagree with me here. I don't think he obviously, but stats wise, he looked all right there. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't really look like he stood out to me personally from my point of view, because there was a few other youngsters. There was a lot of youngsters that came on and stood out, like Corrigan and that. But Pride Peterson Ropati for me maybe wasn't a standout to me. But I don't know. Maybe you disagree on this one. Hold the ball. What are your thoughts on it, actually?
Yeah, look, I don't think it's more so disagree as much as I just think he probably played a different type of a game. Yeah. Again, just remembering the minutes that they've all played. But yeah, I agree. I agree with you to a degree. I don't think he probably stood out per se amongst the other forwards, as you mentioned, players too, right? We haven't even gone into the starters, right? So, yeah, look, in saying that, it's a good outing as well. You can't be too upset with 58 tackles, 2 misses,
Yep.
58 run meters, 1v1 tackle. The overall analysis for his game, I think, is probably summed up as just saying, it was a decent outing. You want to see more than what he can produce. I'm sure he'll have better games for sure. But look, it is what it is, as we both agree. It's just a start. We'll see what happens from there. Now we have the very famous Jesse Arthurs. For those of you who don't know, he is on a loan deal with us for 1 year from the Brisbane Broncos. So, brother, hit it off.
Yeah, so Jesse Arthurs, our loan signing, so 28 run meters, 15 tackles, and 1 miss with no errors. So, look, I personally don't think he really stood out for me. Look, I wasn't too impressed. All our outside backs are pretty good, but I think Jesse Arthurs was one of those players that just had a pretty quiet game for my liking, personally. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I thought about him, but I'm sure maybe there'll be a lot of people that disagree. But I just didn't see enough of him to get a starting spot in after this game, personally.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. If the teams were to be selected tomorrow, I don't think his name would be called there unless an injury and or an emergency. I think it's probably the best way to sort of surmise it there. Again, with Jesse Arthurs, 15 tackles plus one miss. You can't look at that and walk away from it. I'm sure that in itself is a key sort of a stat there that you've got to look at. Defensively, he wasn't bad at all. If anything, it was actually probably one of the better ones, especially playing the position he did. So you can't sort of look away from that. Well, yeah, I guess in saying that, in terms of attack, in terms of offense, he didn't offer too much, unfortunately. So that was either A, down to good defense by the Storm, or B, just lack of creativity. But that, again, is all dependent on the player and how they want to perform there. All right. Next player, before we get into some comments, Ali Leatawa. Do you want to spin us off, man?
Okay, so 4 tackles, 0 misses, 1v1 tackles 1, and 1 error. Yeah, I've got to say that's nothing flash, to be honest. I know it's only his first game, but nothing great. Nothing great, to be fair. That's just what I believe.
Yeah, look, I think to add to that as well, Fanatics, I believe he didn't even play. I think he played one of the least minutes for the Warriors. Unfortunately, I don't have the minutes there to show. They sort of left that out there, but I don't think Ali played many minutes at all. But in saying that, from what I did see, there was a little bit of flair there. Something is there, but again, a small sample size is really unfair to sort of base a player off. But yes, that is my opinion there. But hey, I'm sure we'll see more from Ali. That's all. All right. So, hey Keith, how you going? And again, to those of you who are in, hey, how you guys going? Hope you're well. Keith Whitelock, hey Keith, how you going, brother? Has Ben Murdoch-Masila improved on his fitness, in your opinion? Off to you, Fanatics.
I would say Katoa more like it has improved his fitness. As you can tell, the other day I thought Katoa looked a lot bigger. In terms of Ben Murdoch-Masila, look, it's hard to say after one trial game, to be honest. Really hard to say. I mean, I know his fitness was an issue last year. That's the reason why he didn't get picked very often, according to Nathan Brown. But yeah, I don't. It's really hard to say if he's improved on his fitness right now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the second trial for me.
Cool. Yep, I agree quickly. And I don't normally do this, but this guy here has asked an expansion question. I'm just a sucker for expansion rugby league, so I've dived straight into this head first. So sorry, guys. But a question here from Big Bash King: would you like to see a Tasmanian NRL team? I'll answer this first before I leave it to Fanatics. For myself first, look, I'm open to it, but obviously, again, the following of rugby league in Tasmania is bare, if any. I'd rather look at WA, and then second to that, South Australia, before I even look into Tasmania. But yeah, obviously, it's a good idea, but I reckon harnessing your energy towards either WA or South Australia is probably the way to go. But that is definitely a great sort of a thought there for sure. All right, so we'll go back to the topics, guys, just quickly. Loan players should be used as backup players.
Yep.
I don't like loan players getting spots ahead of contracted players. Yeah, I agree, and I'm pretty sure, Jacko, During round one, Nathan Brown had the same sort of sentiments as well. I'm sure he will start the starters first for sure. Need minutes to get better analysis. I'm assuming that is in reference to Ali Leotawa. All right, so guys, want to go back to the players as well. Now, this one here. Give me your thoughts on it, man. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Garrett Smith. So 1 try, 58 run meters, 21 post-contact meters, 4 breaks, 1 line break, 11 tackles, 0 missed, and 0 tackles. Look, I got to say, Garrett Smith, I was pretty impressed with him. I thought he did pretty well coming off the bench. For the minutes he had, for the minutes he just had, I thought he had a pretty good, solid game coming off the bench. And, look, he was out. I thought he played well for the limited amount of minutes, and he did his job. I think he did his job pretty well. His stats-wise, it's not too bad, but Garrett Smith, whether he gets a spot somewhere in the team in the not distant future, you never know. But yeah, I think he was pretty solid actually. What do you think, Holdable? What do you think of Garrett Smith?
Yeah, look, just quickly, just a bit of context to Garrett Smith. So he's from Queensland. Prior club was the Knights, Newcastle Knights. Currently 21 years of age as well. Look, just quickly before I even get to those stats, in terms of young players who are driven, he's the one you want, right? He's the one you want to build on in the future anyway. So just quickly, as Fanatics touched on, 1 try, 58 run meters, 21 post-contact meters, 4 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 11 tackles, 0 misses, plus 0 errors. Goodness me, I need some oxygen. He played a very good game, in my opinion. I think he was actually one of the standout players. He didn't even play long as well. To get that 1 try, just such a solid runner. I thought he reminded me of just a very mini Matt Lodge in that sense. He'll beef up a bit more, I'm sure, but he's going to be a hard player to take down. I'm telling you, he's very aggressive, loves to tackle as well. There's not much there I can say about him without praising him. Basically, 0 errors as well. It's if you wanted a debut to go your way, if you wanted to sort of show the coach that you want to play, this was it. This is a prime example of it. And I thought kudos to Garrett Smith. I'm sure in the future we're going to see more of his name. To be honest with you guys, I think we will. But I'm saying that just an absolute superb game by Garrett Smith. Can we call him Gazza? Anyway. Jaden Corrigan, off to you, man.
Yeah, so Jaden Corrigan, 34 runs, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break, assist, 11 tackles, 0 missed, and 0 errors. So I've got to say, Jaden Corrigan, when he came on, I was looking forward to seeing what he could bring because I heard a bit about him. And look, he didn't disappoint. I think he played pretty well, personally. And look, who knows? Maybe he get a spot in the 17 in the non-distant future. So yeah, that's what my thoughts on. Yeah.
Yep. I agree. Sorry for that. I sort of just got caught up reading the comments there, and I didn't even get a chance to even answer Keith Whitelock's question as well regarding Ben Murdoch-Masila. So I want to drag it all the way back there before I start. But look, with Ben Murdoch-Masila, in terms of fitness, I personally think he did. He looks a lot leaner for sure. That's for damn sure. He looked leaner. I'm sure we'll play more. But in terms of fitness, I personally thought he was there. He ran around a lot more, which is good to see. He was there where the ball was. Again, small sample size, so you can't really base it off anything at all. Plus, it's preseason. But if anything, if his play was anything to go by, I'm sure it's heading in the right direction. I think anyway. All right. And we have here Jacko here who says Smith was great. Sign him, please. Yeah, look, sentiments are exactly the same there, Jacko. If we don't sign him, I'm gonna be very, very upset for sure. But yes, again, sorry guys, just to go back to Jaden Corrigan, and again, for those of you who are here, hello, how you going? Welcome to Audible HTB. We're here to talk all things Warriors, all things rugby league. But yeah, Jaden Corrigan, 34 run meters, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 11 tackles, 0 misses, 0 errors. I'll tell you what, the better these players are, the more long I need to read out their stats. I'm not liking it, but he played really well. Superb. We got to remember as well, he missed zero tackles he missed. So again, such a good player to have. I thought Jaden Corrigan did what he had to do well. Again, small sample size.
Yep.
But you can't go wrong there. Again, these players here from Queensland just putting up their hands, just wanting to play. You can't rub them out. You know what I mean? You've really got to look at these players and really examine them. But yeah, Jaden Corrigan, again, a debut that wasn't, it was just good in my opinion. Oh, here we go. All right. As you guys know, I am an Ash Taylor apologist, Ash Taylor propaganda creator, Ash Taylor fanboy. I am an Ash Taylor just diehard. But in saying that, look, I won't say too much. I'll probably let Fanatics sort of take over here. But give me the stats and give me your honest thoughts on them. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, baby.
Okay, so Ash Taylor, 11 run meters, 8 tackles, 2 miss. That's 106 kick meters and 0 errors. And look, I'm going to be quite honest here. I know it was his first game. Don't get me wrong. I know it's his first trial game in Warriors colours, and there's a lot of people that are all for him starting in round 1 against the Dragons, which is fair enough. That's their opinion. At the end of the day, I'm not going to take their opinions in that. But personally, from my point of view, I think Ash Taylor wasn't too involved in this game. I'm going to be quite honest. He wasn't too involved. I didn't think he did too much, in my opinion. And, look, didn't see enough of him, personally. Yeah. I just wanted to see a bit more showing from Ash Taylor. Just wanted to see a bit more showing. That's what I believe, personally.
Yeah, look, Fanatics, to be fair, I think you've gone a bit kind there on him. Like I said, it goes without saying, I'm a huge Ash Taylor fan for sure. But look, in saying that, I agree with you, right? I expected more from Ash Taylor. And just quickly as well, before I get into it, hello, Piripi. Thank you again for subbing. Appreciate it. Thank you, friend. 11 run meters, 8 tackles, 2 misses, 106 kick meters, 0 errors. He wasn't really involved, I don't think, at all. You're sort of looking at somebody who is hungry, who has been down in the dumps. He's seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. He's come into the Warriors. And again, it's all contextual, so bear with me, guys, as I sort of explain this. But you've got to understand he was at the Titans, and they dropped him, training trial contract with the Warriors, and he got the contract. Is this really the way you want to sort of begin your quest to partner with Sean Johnson? No, it isn't. Is this the way you sort of want to try and show the fans, the doubters, the critics, the haters that you can and you will and you will dig deep and come back and play? Is this the way you show it? No, it's not. I expected more from him. Look, the Ash Taylor propaganda will continue, right? We're going to be pushing that narrative that he is the GOAT, that he's the next best thing. But look, in saying that, I expect more from him. As much as I love my players, you guys know I'm just as harsh on them, and I criticize them just as much as I do as praising them, right? That's the reality. That's the way I believe you got to be. Obviously, there's a line there you don't cross, but we don't cross those lines. You need to go there. But in terms of his general play, hey, big fan of Ash Taylor, but dude needed to show me more. If you're selecting the team for round 1, you don't select them. I've just said it. There you go. And this is a Ash Taylor propaganda machine that is 24/7. So I've just said it right there for you guys. So you don't select them for round 1. Simple as that. And it's actually quite disappointing. So for Ash Taylor, I just want to see huge improvements. That's even if he gets a game next week, because I don't think he did enough. So more improvements for you, from you, Mr. Taylor. I expect more from you because I know you can deliver. All right, simple as that. But look, those were our thanks again, guys. So those were our views on the players there who debuted for the Warriors. Obviously, just a trial game, but still, you sort of got to see them in a sample size anyway, right? Nothing to really, go off on, either be too excited or too down on. It's just a trial. And again, the minutes were very subdued. Now, we're going to talk about some of the standouts for the Warriors before we go into some little topics, and then we'll round it off. But first and foremost, the standouts for us or for me or Fanatics, we'll go over this one here. Daniela Otokolo. So, Fanatics, please spin this one off. Thank you.
Yes, so Tanya Otokolo, 34 run meters, 21 tackles, 2 misses, 2 1v1 tackles, and 1 error. So Taylor Otukolo.
Yeah, and sorry, what were your thoughts on him, Fanatics? My apologies.
Oh well, look, he came on and played. I think he played hooker. If correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's where he played. And I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to rate these players that play limited minutes. It's really hard to get a gauge on them because you're usually used to players that play full minutes in a game. But Otukolo, I think he showed glimpses there for sure of a potential spot in the 17. But we'll have to wait and see what he does in the second trial for me against the Titans. So, yeah, I can't really say too much on Tony Otukolo there. But in terms of that ain't too bad. They ain't too bad as stats. So, yeah, but that's what I think personally.
Yeah, look, my personal thoughts on Otukolo was I think he offered a different sort of a spark. Look, again, I can see people thinking of it differently. Obviously, Egan is still the mainstay there, but I think he offered more offensively than Egan does. Some may disagree, some may agree. But just remember, again, he hasn't really had that chance to hone that position for himself. It's always been Wade Egan, and if I'm not correct, it's probably the longest Otukolo has actually ever played for the Warriors. In the Warriors color, full stop, right? From almost a full 80-minute game. So again, Otukolo for me, I thought he did all right. I'm not going to sort of sing his praises there, but I don't think he was at all bad in my own opinion. You can't sort of go wrong there. 21 tackles, 2 misses. You know what I mean? 1 error, sure. But in saying that, I thought he wasn't too bad. Can he build on this? Can he progress on this? Absolutely, he can. Obviously, we hear about that infamous running game that he has off the, off the ruck there that we want to sort of see. So we'll just have to wait and see that. But I don't think he was too bad. But look, again, opinions may vary. I'm going to quickly answer some comments here as well before I get into the swing of things. And Keith Whitelock here. Slightly unrelated question. What do you think of the Warriors? What do you think of the Warriors keeping the Auckland colours, which are part of the 25-year celebration? Could this be related to the rumours of a second New Zealand team? What are your thoughts on that one, there, Fanatics?
Look, I think what I'm wearing right now, I personally don't mind the blue coloured red and green jersey. Personally, I don't mind it. Actually, I really like it. I'm not too sure about a second New Zealand team. I know a lot of people all for it. I just personally don't see it happening, and I don't think the time is right. Personally, I don't think the time is right now because the Warriors are the only team in the NRL, right? So, they're struggling for money, right? Money reasons as well, because I think they're struggling for money reasons because they're not in New Zealand. They're not getting any revenue. They're not getting sponsorship from their home games and sales and that. So, yeah, that's what I believe personally. But I can't really read too much. Yeah, I can't really read too much to it.
Look, could that second New Zealand team possibly be the only team in New Zealand the way things are going? I'm not too sure. I think that's the sort of question you want to sort of go there. As I unfortunately have to block some users, unfortunately, just quickly. Sorry, but anyway, yeah.
We know. I personally know who's doing it. I know who's doing it, and they have no life. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about it. They know who they are, personally.
Yeah, all good. I'll just
know who's doing it, and yeah, just try and ignore it.
Yeah,
it's just not needed.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, no, that's okay. Understood. Look, just going back on the topic there, is this second team going to be the only team in New Zealand? Again, I don't know. Personally, with Fanatics there, I want bring back the black Warriors jersey. Honestly, I miss it.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to the black? I understand that that's our heritage colors there. I get it. Absolutely understand. Hand claps and all for sure. But can we go back to the black, man? I miss it. The Warriors, to me, have, obviously we all know about these colors, but to me, the Warriors have always been black. Black is that pride for me, being a Warriors fan. But again, opinions may differ. All right, now we're going to go back to the comments to the team here. So the second player who will stand out,
Yep.
Marcelo Montoya, the Fijian, Chilean rugby league player playing for the New Zealand Warriors. Give us a lowdown on the stats on screen and give us your thoughts on him.
Marcelo Montoya, or as they call him, Hectic Montoya. Ron Hever called him as. It's the name they've got for him. So, look, I thought he was outstanding. So it's 2 tries, 108 running meters, 3 tackle breaks, 4 line breaks, 2 tackles, 0 misses, 1v1 tackles, 1, and 0 errors. So I've got to say, Marcelo Montoya was outstanding in this trial game. He was outstanding. He's putting his hand up for a spot in the 17th for round 1. So I've already called it early, actually, on my video today. I said that he has to be in the centres with Rocco Berry. I know this is only one trial game, but yeah, I'm already calling it. I think Marcelo Montoya has to be in there. I think if you look at last year, he came into the team with, not a lot of expectation. For me, I was a bit iffy on the signing at the start, but he proved me and a lot of people wrong. He was very underrated, and he had a good season last year. So you've got to have him in that starting team from me. And yeah, for me, he had a good game. So he's got to be in there. He's got to be in there for sure in that starting lineup.
Yeah, look, I don't think I can add too much to what you've said. What you said is well done enough. Played superb, had a good game. You can't go wrong with 2 tries in the preseason against the Storm.
Yep.
Again, preseason, but still, he's shown that he's going to have a real knack for that try line. And to be fair with you, there's another player we're going to mention who gave him the ball as well, who also was part of that package to help Montoya out there. But just such a brilliant player, I think, overall. And did not put a foot wrong at all, actually. I just thought he was superb and good player to have in the team. Obviously, you can't go wrong. 2 tries, 108 run meters, 3 tackle breaks, 4 line breaks, 2 tackles, 0 misses, 1v1 tackle as well there. If that doesn't sing solidified spot, I don't know what does at all, right? All right, so the black jersey. So here we go. Jericho, hey, how are you, brother? Black jersey with blue, green, red V. Hey, oh, wow. I like that. What do you thought? The black jersey with a blue, green, red V. I like that. I like it. If anyone could actually design that, so I can actually see it physically, that would be great. But I personally love that for sure. 110%. That's gold there for sure. All right, so we're going to move to the next player there. All right, we all love this guy here. Bunty from the back fence, R4, 93 run meters, 15 tackles, 0 misses, 0 errors. Sorry, Fanatics. I love Bunty. I just had to take over there. I couldn't help it. What are your thoughts on him, man? Let's do it.
Yeah, look, outstanding performance by Bunty Afoa. I think, there's a couple of seasons where Bunty Afoa has been at his best, and I thought last year was probably his quietest season, to be honest. I think it was his quietest year in a while. We know Bunty Afoa. He's a very popular player, coming off the bench, adds a lot of impact. And I think Bunty Afoa, in this preseason trial, came into this game with a point to prove, in my opinion. I think he came into this game with a point to prove. He wanted to say to Nathan Brown, I want to be selected for round 1 against the Dragons in a couple of weeks' time. And he did show that. So, got to say, incredible form by Bunty Afoa. 93 meters. When you can run close to 100 meters, that's great performance. And, 15 tackles is very solid work. So, Bunty Afoa needs to be in that 17 somewhere come round 1 for me.
Bunty Afoa, you've done it again. That's probably the best way to sort of say it. I love Bunty, 110%. One of my favorite players. Full stop. Man, from the back fence, literally is the best place for this guy to be. Love it. And just quickly, you sort of mentioned that depth, right? And him asking that question of starting round 1. You got the likes of Pene, Elias Katoa, right?
Absolutely.
Ben Murdoch, Masila, Curran, Murchie, Aitken, Tohu Harris, Tevanga. It's going to be a very tight squeeze getting into that forward pack in the Warriors, man. It's going to be a very tight race because there are going to be some good players left out, all right? I haven't even mentioned Lodge and Funor Blake as well, all right? I'm not saying they'll be left out, but those are the two guys that are going to be starting. So you've got a real battle in the reserves in the bench.
Yes, and we've got to remember Jack
I'll leave
Murchie
it for
didn't
another
play.
discussion, I'm sure, but anyway.
Yep.
That's right. Exactly. Jack Murchie
didn't play in this game. No,
that's right. So again, food for thought. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask as we tie this up. All right. So Matt Lodge, what are your thoughts on him? Let's do it.
Look, Matt Lodge, so 1 try, 107 run meters, 4 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 3 offloads, and 12 tackles for 1 missed tackle. So coming off the bench, Matt Lodge played a few minutes, and I've got to say that is pretty good. Pretty good stuff by Matt Lodge. We know he's had controversy around over the years, Matt Lodge, but look, I've got to say that's a pretty solid showing there for Matt Lodge in the first preseason game of the season for me. So yeah, not bad.
Yep, I agree. Obviously, was the free OL means free offload. Sorry, in case you guys were unaware. Yeah, 1 try, 107 meters, 4 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 3 offloads, 12 tackles, 1 miss, 0 errors. It was the Matt Lodge you expect, right? There's not too much there I can sort of say that Fanatics hasn't touched on already. Superb. Again, Matt Lodge is that type of player that will run, but probably have amount to nothing because you offload the ball. Funny joke there by my Ruin Hammer as well when I was on their broadcast as well, which I thought was funny, very funny. But in saying that, yeah, great. It's what you want to see. You're starting prop, end of story. No arguments there. Oh, man, Walshy baby, baby goat, as Jericho calls him for sure. He is absolutely the goat of all time. Give us a rundown of his stats, man, and his overall play.
Yes, so Reese Walsh, Reese Lightning, 1 try.
Sorry. My apologies there, Fanatics.
No, that's all good. Yep, 1 try assist, 73 running meters, 1 tackle break, 2 line break assists, 10 tackles and misses, 1v1 tackles, 2 1v1 tackles, and 1 error. So the kid, Reese Walsh, Reese Lightning, pretty good performance there from Reese Lightning coming off the bench there. So yeah, very good. Actually, he got shifted into centres when he came on the field too. You got to remember that as well because Shana Harris-Tavita was still playing. I don't know what you can read into that personally, but yeah, it was a good showing there by Reese Walsh in his in the first preseason game of the season for me.
Yeah, look, it's obviously there were articles on Rhys Walsh. We all know what they were. It was great to see Nathan Brown come out and say, no, he's dedicated for the long term. Again, as to how long we're talking about here, we don't know. But the point is he shut down the rumors. That's the most important thing. Rhys Walsh, again, there were other articles regarding him. Yep. Will he have second-year syndrome? Baby, there was no second-year syndrome. Again, just preseason, but he looked superb. 1 try, assist, 73 run meters, 1 tackle break, 2 line break assist, 10 tackles, 2 misses, 2 1v1 tackles, and 1 error. One thing I noticed about Reese Walsh as well is that defense of his improved ever so greatly. His one-on-ones as well was superb, obviously having 2 one-on-one tackles. One thing we've always criticized Reese Walsh on was his defense, particularly his one-on-one defense. In rugby league, it's one thing to always be part of a gang tackle, right? 2 to 3 players or even 4, depending if you're Payne Haas or Damarolo. But to have your one-on-one tackles, those are the very important tackles to make. And he made 2 of them. He usually misses those tackles. So again, huge kudos to Reese Walsh, who's improved defensively. I think he looks a bit more beefier as well. The hair is more golden. The eyes are more bluer. He is just back. Baby Goat is back. Reese Walshy baby, Reese Lightning, he is back. I'm happy. It's just a pity he can't play the first 2 rounds. That sucks. But in saying that, how good is it to see Walshy baby back in the Warriors? And oh yes, am I in love? Yes, beautiful. All right, Cody Nikolima. Obviously, a player that has fans divided. Some may disagree, may agree, say he's not good. Good. Give us a rundown of his stats and his overall play.
Okay, so Cody Nikolima, 46 run meters, 15 tackles.
Sorry, I did it again.
And 1 missed tackle and 76 kick meters. So, look, I thought Cody Nikolima, another of those players that probably didn't do enough for me. I think his showing in the Moldy All-Stars game previous week was pretty good, or the week before that, before last week. And look, I personally think Cody didn't show enough for me, in my opinion. Yeah, so yeah, I think for our halves, our halves are a little bit disappointing. I think it was more of our forwards that played well, and our outside backs for me, and our bench for me, our reserve players and bench. Yeah, look, like I said with Ash Taylor, I don't think it was involved too much personally.
Yep. Yeah, look, I'm going to have to agree there. I'm going to have to agree there. He did what he had to do, right? 15 tackles, 1 miss, not too bad. But again, he didn't really affect the offensive side of things. And to be fair with you, that's what you want Cody Nikolima to do. You know, you only have to go back as far as, last week, the last fortnight, and he was there in the Māori All-Stars wreaking havoc. He puts on the Warriors jersey, and regardless of preseason or not, that unfortunate form was there. Granted, I'm not going to say it, as a bad thing per se. It's just preseason, but you want more from him. You wanted more from him. And, I think to summarize our halves, bar Adam Cook and maybe a few plays here from Shana Harris-Avita, our halves were pretty poor, to be honest. So I think the standout really was Adam Cook overall, which is saying something. I'm not going to say what it means, but it's not. Anyway. Adam Fanua-Blake.
All right, so Adam Fanua-Blake, 65 run meters, 32 post-contact meters. Gosh, what a work. 1 line break assist, 2 offloads, 7 tackles, no misses, and 0 errors. So Adam Fanua-Blake, great work on the field, got to say. Didn't disappoint. So, look, I think it was pretty good, Adam Fanua-Blake, got to say. I think he's one of our standouts too in the forward pack.
Yep, I agree. Well said. I don't think he played many minutes at all. But, the little sample size he did play, it was good. You can't go wrong with those missed tackles there. Some good meters made as well overall, which is good to see. Sorry, guys, just flicking through the comments there. Jacko here, Cody is best at best is at a 6 or 14, not a 6 or 7. So utility, yeah, I agree. Jericho says Cody sucks. I know your feelings about him, brother. Don't you worry. It's well documented. I've got all the receipts, man. AS says, can you find time on the field with these stats? Keep up the good work, brothers. Yeah, look, I wanted to, but unfortunately the NRL deleted them, eliminated them. Unfortunately can't get to them. Don't mind me as you hear the sirens there. But, we can't get those stats there. And Jacko here, Adam Fanua-Blake is a weapon. He has signed a long-term. Happy he signed a long-term deal. Yes, that I think is a collective sort of a voice there, Jacko here, for sure. I'm pretty sure we're all sort of singing those songs there. We're happy. All right, Rocco Berry. My goodness. He's one of those players where he didn't stand out too much, but he just did the little 1%ers, and I thought he was brilliant. Give us a spin on the stats and your opinion.
Yeah, so Rocco Berry, two tries assists, which those 2 try assists were outstanding. The quick hands that led to Marcelo Montoya scoring those 2 tries. So outstanding there. 2 try assists, 1 tackle break, 3 line assists, 6 tackles, 0 misses, and 1 1v1 tackle and 0 errors. I think that's what it reads. So got to say, I think Rocco Berry had a good game. He wasn't, I wouldn't say it was perfect, but good game. Pretty solid work there by Rocco Berry for me, band. I'm a massive fan. Everyone should know this. I'm a massive fan. I've always talked up Rocco Berry a lot. He's our future centre in the coming years, and I always stand by it. So in this trial game, he may not have done too much in terms of stats there, but I think he did his job there. So he just did his job for me. But yeah, it's a pretty good game by Rocco Berry for me.
Look, I agree. I'm gonna lead on with those words there as well. As Fanatics said, I touched on it as well myself. He's a future center, a future, definitely the leadership sort of pack as he gets older. Just has such a tenacity for defense. I'll say he's probably one of our better defenders. Full stop. I'm not even going to go anywhere near that. I think he generally is one of our better defenders in the team, and a center that can create 2 try assists. I think they've done their job, right? If you're a center and you can make some try assists for your winger or even your second row, depending on where you are, that is your job done. That's it. And I think he did it superb. 1 tackle break, 3 line break assists. Again, the guy was on fire. Like Fanatics said, not too stand out, but just the little things he did made such a huge impact and difference for the Warriors, and expect more for him to come. But in terms of putting his hand up to play round 1, he has. Who takes his position? You'd have to be very silly to pull him out, especially as he's growing, learning, progressing in this position. And like I touched on before, he's a defensive weapon. You can't really take that away, can you? Superb outing from Rocco Berry for sure, absolutely. All right, one of the fan favorites, Elias Katoa. So give us a spin on the stats and your thoughts on him, brother.
Yeah, so Elias Katoa, 70 run meters. 40 post-contact meters. That wrong. 40 post-contact meters, 14 tackles, 0 misses, and 0 errors. So I've got to say, great performance by Elias Katoa. I think he's coming to this season with a lot to prove after, his rookie season. He had such a good rookie season 2020. You guys got to remember that. And look, unfortunately, last year probably wasn't the year that probably he expected on himself. I'm sure, he's only young. I know maybe we as fans probably expect a lot of players, and we want to see him play well. And maybe for him, it's been a breath of fresh air. Get last year done and dusted, come into a new year. And I think coming to a new year with a point to prove that he wants to be in the 17 every week. So, yeah, look, he looks fitter and trimmer as I paid a lot of attention to. He looked a lot fitter and a lot trimmer. And, look, he was perfect. He was outstanding for me. Great. Good. The stats too, Red, not too bad too. So, yeah, I got to say, Elias Katoa, he's got a lot to prove this season, and he proved it in this game, personally, from my point of view.
Yep. No, I agree for sure. So I'm just going to go through the comments here just quickly. Okay. Look, I agree as well with Elias Katoa. I also heard when I was around Hammer, they were talking about how that potential dynamic of him running off Sean Johnson's, you know what I mean? Like just that in there in itself. He's obviously a very good support player, support runner. That makes me very excited. But again, like I said, that battle for the forwards in the Warriors at the Warriors camp is very congested, very, very congested. So there's going to be a lot of need to sort of guess and see where these are going, or where he's going to be put. You don't obviously leave him out of the squad, but again, the depth is there. We have to see, but I thought he played a terrific game for sure. I'm just going to quickly read through the comments here. Robin Harataman, can we get some thoughts on Bunty? Thought he was amazing. Yeah, we touched on Bunty I thought earlier, Robin. Fanatics and I both thought he was terrific. Side note as well, did anyone notice his beard? We've always known him to have the goatee, right? He sort of just has, he shaves the sides, but he normally just has like that square sort of goatee going on. This time around, R4's showing us, he's rewarded us with the beard. And I thought that looked terrific. He looks even more stronger and more fierce, I reckon, anyway. Just an absolute unit, and it's good to see. But all jokes aside, we thought he was amazing for sure. Played well. Again, is going to be part of that unfortunate what do you call it? It's going to be part of that unfortunate sort of sorry, what's the word? I just lost my mind there. Sorry, guys, lost track. He's going to be part of that unfortunate sort of blessing that the Warriors have. I think, for lack of a better word, where he may or may not be starting because there's so much depth there. You got Penne, as I mentioned, there Murdoch, Masila. You know what I mean? You got Garrett Smith as well. Again, just putting hands up, wanting to play. Look, it's a good headache to have, but thank goodness I'm not the one. Anyway, being the coach there. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'll get back to the stuff here. So that concludes the discussion there for the team there. Now we've gone over an hour. We'll probably just have some last 3 talking points, and then we'll probably shut this off before I read some comments. But here we go, guys. Sorry. Warriors chat. So this is the last segment of the show. So it was reported that Nathan Brown is thinking of putting Shana Harris-Tavita to fullback for round 1 and 2. Is that good or bad? What are your thoughts?
Look, I personally, when I saw this news, I know he only played 1 game, preseason game against the Melbourne Storm at fullback. Look, personally, I think it's I don't really like this idea. For me, I think you got someone like of Dylan Watini-Zelezniak who's played fullback before. He's played in that position before for New Zealand as well. So I'm thinking, why not put Dylan Watini-Zelezniak in the fullback spot for those first 2 games for me? Harris-Tavita is not a fullback. He's a half, personally. He's a half, and you can't play him out of position. So, yeah, that's what I believe, personally. That's what I believe from my point of view, that you can't play players out of position because they're just going to get found out. Not saying Harris-Tavita can't do a job, but that's just what I believe.
Yeah, look, after Dylan Watini-Zelezniak's performance on defense, or even overall performance, you might even argue and say that it's better to have him at the fullback position. I reckon, look, for Chanel, we'll have to see. Some say he's comfortable at fullback. Some may say, like yourself, that it might not be the best position. We'll just have to wait and see. But look, are there players that you can put in front of him that'll be better? Absolutely. But is he someone that Nathan Brown probably wants in the team? Obviously. So I guess it's about working around that. So I think it's good. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a good filler for sure. Till Walshy Baby gets back. So I guess there's probably just that to sort of work on. All right, we're just going to read the comments here just quickly, guys. All right, so we have Wawa. Hey, Wawa, how you going? Appreciate you being here. Thank you. New Zealand Warriors' first 8 games are tough. Dragons, Titans, West Tigers, Broncos, Cowboys, Roosters, Storm, Raiders. Fanatics, what would be the pass mark to you?
Well, we can beat the Dragons. It's a winnable game. The Titans, look, I think the Titans are definitely winnable, but that will be difficult. That's up here on the Gold Coast. And you know what happened last year when we played them. The Tigers, that's definitely a winnable game. Broncos and Cowboys will be tough, I think, personally. I think I know a lot of people got the Cowboys to finish bottom at the end of the year, but I think they'll still be a pretty difficult team. Roosters, Melbourne, and Raiders. Look, let's be honest. I think Roosters, unfortunately, I think we won't beat the Roosters. Melbourne, we know our record against Melbourne's not great on Anzac Day, and Raiders, that could be any guess as to how we go in that game. So, what would pass mark for me? I'd say we need to win. I'm going to say 5 from 6. 5 from 6. I think 5 from 6 is good enough for me to start the season.
Yeah, look. A fail mark for me is if we only win 4 games. If we're 50%, I think that's failure, especially if we're wanting to make a mark. The first 8 games for me, it's vital that we get more than 50%. Not even winning 4 from 8 is good enough. I think we need to really try and aim for 5 or 6, to be fair. Again, with the Warriors trying to make a big push this year for the 8, and obviously us as fans collectively knowing that there's no excuses this year, we need to make the 8. We absolutely need the Warriors to get 5 or more. So that for me is a pass mark. 5+. I'd even really go for 6 personally. Am I pushing it? Sure. But do I expect more from this team? Absolutely. Do they have to deliver? Yes, they must. Simple as that. So yeah, that's my sort of answer there for your question there. Well, again, thank you, Marlo. Good for CHT to develop other skills. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. So we got to look at those other attributes. Yes, that is true. So guys, just going through the comments quickly. Our first 5 are all winnable. If we are not at least 4 from 8, we are in big trouble, and another disappointing season is on the cards. Yeah, it's funny how, you don't. It's so funny how early in the season your season can be over, isn't it? It's so funny how the first 3 to 4 games can almost shape your season. Such is the reality and brutality of this competition. Well, has asked, who has the biggest motor? What are your thoughts on that one? I'll let you just answer that one there, Fanatics.
Oh, sorry, just got a bit distracted there. So, what's the biggest motor? Well, I think you got to say it to Blake. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big unit, Blake. Maybe Ben Murdoch Priscilla. Hey.
Yeah.
Could put in there.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I agree. And we've got the second to last topic. Predict who partners with Sean Johnson and why. Go. Let's do it, man. What are your thoughts?
Oh, well, I'm going well, it's hard. It's really difficult to say. I can't really say. It's quite difficult. They'll probably give it to Taylor. I think they'll probably give it to Taylor. As much as I would love to see CHG get another opportunity, I want to get halves of CHG and Johnson, but they might give it to Taylor. But it depends. It depends on the second trial game for me. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Jericho, pass markers, 8 out of 8 wins.
Yeah, definitely. 8 wins. Yeah, we'll win all 8 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And if we don't win it, then failure straight away. Just
8 from 8.
Bankrupt the season 2023. Here we come. It's our year.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not 0 out of 8. Oh no! Can you imagine all that big talk? All that big talk up next minute. Not even beating the West Tigers, bro. Oh, dude, brutal. All right. Warriors lucky to win 1 game. Come on, guys. No need for those comments, please. Thank you. Biggest motor, Adam Fanor Blake. The Warriors need to improve on their defense and attacking if our Warriors to make the top 8 this year. What do you thought?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, that's no doubt about it. Yeah, that's got to improve. They've got to improve on the attack. It's more their defense for me. Defensively, got to improve on that. Personally, that's no brainer.
Biggest motor, Paul Harris. Yeah, look, apologies for that, Fanatics. We'll just ignore it. Biggest motor, Toy Harris. Yeah, I suppose you can say that, but we need Toy Harris to be on the field in order to sort of test that motor, I think. But yeah, it'll be great to have him back for sure. Injuries, I hope don't kill us this year. Question: when is Toy Harris back? I don't know the actual week as to when, but I think it's like May. By May, I heard by May. I may be wrong there, but I heard it's by May. Piripi Ikwasi, pass mark 5 out of 8. Yeah, I think that's probably a realistic one for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair.
For sure.
It's fair comment. Fair comment.
For sure. Jacko here, in regards to Wawa's comment of the Warriors finishing 0, not even winning 8 games. That is absolutely, yes, that is very, very, very bad for sure. I can't even look. Honestly, I don't even want to think about it. Oh well, if the Warriors don't, if we lose our first 8 games, guys, I might even just cry. Honestly, every time we play, I think it'll be easier just to cry in front of you guys, honestly, than to even talk about that because I don't even want to talk about it. We're not. Nah, it ain't gonna. Oh my gosh. No, it won't. Oh, dude, nightmares. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Harris back in May. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Okay. We got one more topic to dive into, digest, and then actually, look, just to go off this, I think it's going to be Ash Taylor. Look, the underdog here, you go with Adam Cook. Look, I just don't think the Warriors halves have even shown much. As Jacko here has pointed out, and I agree with him, Cody at best is a utility 14, honestly. Chanel Harris-Tavita at best is a hooker, is a dummy half. I would love to try him at hooker or even lock, personally. Jericho, we all know his thoughts on Nikolima. But yeah, as for me, I don't know. I mean, the halves haven't been that quality for me to really try and talk about them or even analyze them. I'd even say that Adam Cook had a better showing out of all those halves, and that is troublesome. Do you guys agree? Is that troublesome? Is it troublesome that I think that Adam Cook was better on the day than our literal experienced halves? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. All right. Reese Walsh. Why is he so good? LOL. All right, Fanatics. 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh God, what can you say about Rhys Walsh? He's better than Sam Walker, no doubt about it for me. Sam Walker's in all serious, Rhys Walsh, he's going into the second year in the NRL, and I'm sure there'll be, because he had so much hype last year, there's a lot of hype around him, and I'm sure he'll be grounded as a young bloke. I'm sure he'll be grounded, and I just hope this year, fingers crossed, no second year syndrome. I'm sure younger players have had this before, unfortunately, but I'm sure with the likes of Sean Johnson and the players he's got around them, he'll be fine. So I think all those experienced players around him, he'll be all good. But we'll see what happens this year. I'm keen to see how it goes.
Yep, I agree. And to YY as well. I think he sort of just shoots off what I was saying as well. Cody starts Ash cover, keep Cody where he is to build up some cohesion. Yeah, look, I agree. Again, it's a puzzle, right? Because I don't think it's whoever you pick. Honestly, whoever you pick is probably not going to be a good gel with Sean Johnson. Okay, I've just caught it. I've said it. We'll just go with that. YY says Ash hasn't shown any improvement. Yeah, look, I agree, but again, we can't go off that one sample size. But at the same time, let's wait and see. CHT, Sean Johnson, please. Miss Brown, Jacko here says Cook looked bloody good for sure. He did. He looked very good. Cook played like someone who's hungry. Cook played the way I thought Ash Taylor was going to play. All right, that's all I'm going to say. But in saying that, we'll have to see and wait. Moldy blood in his veins, guys. Yep, that's it. Walsh, that is. Yep, I agree. Well. Walsh, Sean Johnson, best 6'7". Look, it's that is a good point there. Wow, but it's also quite controversial, bearing in mind that Walsh, I'm pretty sure, wants to be a fullback. Is that correct, Fanatics?
Oh, sorry. What did you say again? I didn't hear you correctly.
No, you're okay. I was saying that I'm pretty sure I was just answering well here. He says that Walsh, Sean Johnson's best halves pairing. Idealistically, it's probably it's probably a good venture to try and see, much like a Jack in the Box. Full of surprises there. But hasn't Reese Walsh basically, well, I'm pretty sure he wants to be a fullback, right? Before he is anything else.
Look, I personally think you can't move Reese Walsh from the fullback position. There's people that suggest that Reese Walsh should play in the halves. A couple of times I've seen people suggest that, but no, you can't remove him from the fullback position. Fullback is his number one spot, so But I know he's played halves before, but you can't leave him. You can't take him out of his third position, which is fullback for me.
Yep, I agree. And Jacko here as well. Walsh wants to play fullback. If we want to keep him, sorry. whatever position he wants, or Dolphins will pounce for sure. Absolutely, I agree. And I think that's probably what Nathan Brown is thinking as well. It's whatever Walsh wants at any time, any place. Right? I think Walsh is one of the few players where the words, wrong place, wrong time don't apply. And quite fittingly in this context here, I think it makes all the more sense. So, yeah, I agree with you, Jacko, here. We just need to basically listen to this young guru, this young baby goat, Walshy baby, Reese Lightning, as we all call him. Whatever he wants, we give. And I think his best position is fullback for mine. But look, just going back on this question here, why is he so good? The reason why Reese Walsh is so good, I just think it's just natural. He just has this natural ability. He has this X factor. There's just something about him. When he has the ball in hand, he even made a few little line breaks here and there. I mean, there was nothing on, and he still made some space for himself to run. What sort of sorcery is that? There's just something about it. I'm not sure if it's the blonde hair, is it the blue eyes, but there's just something about this guy here that just absolutely enthralls me, keeps me locked. But look, in saying that, just love, all jokes aside, I think he's good because he just has a real passion for the game. He wants to learn the game. He's mentioned it before.
Yep.
He watches a lot of the games when he shouldn't be. He just wants to learn. He just wants to dig in. He just wants to read, to gain more knowledge, learning from the greats as well. I'm sure he watches a lot of YouTube as well. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Billy Slater, some of those players there, Kalen Ponga, I'm sure he's drawn inspiration from. He is just a player who wants to learn. And with the Warriors, you just can't let those players go. You can't. I'm sorry, but if push came to shove, we got to bring out the wallet. We need to chuck the wallet at him. I don't care if it hits him in the face. We need to throw a wallet at him. All right, simple as that. We need to keep him because, look, this is a big call, but I generally do believe that Rhys Walsh is he's going to be another one in a lifetime sort of a talent for what he can bring. Big call, I get it, but just some of the stuff he's shown is just remarkable. And for him to be in the Warriors squad, look, let's be honest, he's added a bit of zest to this team as well. The way he plays, the way he carries himself. As he's made some mistakes. I'm not going to touch on it, but again, he's a young person. You'll learn. But what he adds to the Warriors is more than money. You know what I mean? It's fans, it's experience, it's moments, it's memories, it's things that you and I can talk about on a week-to-week basis because he's in our team, and that's the beauty of it. So why is he so good? He's so good because he brings different elements to his game that cannot be replicated by anyone else in the Warriors. The closest one being maybe Rocco Berry, maybe. But even then, the ladder is so huge. The gap is so huge between him and others in terms of what he can bring. He's just such he's a player you don't want to lose. End of story. That's what I'm going to say. Why is he so good? He just adds everything for sure. I'll quickly read through the comments before we buzz. Okay. Gator looking fitter this year. High work rate. Yes, I agree. Haka time rugby. Just going to read this comment here. Reese Walsh was a flop. I strongly disagree, Warriors, man. I can tell straight off the bat this is a troll account for sure. Has to be. Has to be. All right, Walsh is $1 million per year player for the Warriors. Yeah, he is. That's the reality, Jacko, here. And if we want to keep him, if we want to keep him down the line, that's the reality. All right, that's it. There's no ifs or buts. No ifs or buts. Not yet, though. Obviously in due time he will be. But when that time comes, when the contract negotiations come, and he's giving us the same sort of league and even more, form and good form and stuff, add in the Queensland selections, I'm sure, and Indigenous or Māori All-Stars representation, we're going to be digging deep in our wallets and we're going to chuck it at him. Simple as that. If the Warriors will make the top 8, who will be the keeper? Who, in your opinion, Fanatics, is the key player or the driving force for the Warriors to make the 8? Who is that one player in our team that will be responsible for taking us?
I'll say senior players. Yeah, senior players for me. The likes of Sean Johnson, Tohu Harris. All those players. Yeah, I think those players definitely very important to the side. We've got the likes of Wade Egan as well. Wade Egan's definitely going to be a bit of a, leader in there as well because I know he's only young, but it seems like he's experienced enough too. So those players, you can name a lot of players there. So those are players I believe. Tohu Harris, Sean Johnson. I wouldn't say Reese Walsh because I think Reese Walsh, yes, he's an important player, but I think the pressure to put on Reese Walsh is probably not necessary, but he is a key player for sure, though. He is a key player for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I'm going to say, look, one key player for me, I'm just going to say his name, and I think his actions, and I'm sure the future will do the talking. Josh Curran. End of story. All right. Ratuva is the next one. Yeah,
I
for
forgot
sure.
about that.
Ratuva is the next
Curran,
one.
yeah, I've got to say that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Ratuva for sure. Piripi, it has to be the halves. Forwards will rumble. Backs need to step up. Agreed.
Yep.
And key player, the Curran. Yes, that's right. I like Gino Ratuva. He'll be scoring most points this year, just quickly as well. And Sean Johnson and Funnel Blake, the key players for successful. Yes, I agree. Look, guys, I've enjoyed this. I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I like to give you guys small samples of this, between 30 minutes to 45, 1 hour max. I've spoiled you guys today. No, I'm kidding. But look, I just want to first and foremost just say thank you as well to Fanatics for being on here. Thank you for your laughs, your smile, your knowledge as well of the game. Thank you for bringing your input. And the best thing about you, bro, is that you're a Warriors fan. That is the greatest attribute that you have. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, it's good to have you in, bro. Love it, man. Is there any last words you want to say, my friend, before we head off?
Yeah, well, I've got to say, I really enjoyed this chat with you, and I really enjoyed interacting with all the viewers in the live chat. It's been a great discussion, and thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you having me on the channel today and discussing Warriors and NRL. And yeah, look, preseason is underway, and there's another week of preseason to come. So bring it on, I say. Bring on some more footy, and yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Look, you're more than welcome. I appreciate your time and for you being here. And I thank you guys for being in the chat there. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Look, there'll be more content, I'm sure, from Fanatics and myself. So please keep your eyes peeled out. If you haven't seen my last couple of videos, please do so. Give a like as well. Same for Fanatics as well. Congrats on him as well. I believe he has surpassed 900 plus subscribers, which is cool as. Good on you, man. And I'm getting close to 500. So again, if you guys know any friends, any people who are looking for a channel to follow regarding myself and or Fanatics, please share them around. But guys, take it easy. Have a good night, good day wherever you are. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow myself and Fanatics on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook as well. But I'm saying that, guys, take it easy. And just remember, stuff that Fanatics, I think he knows how to hold the ball. Take it easy. See you guys next time.